The Philippines is an independent country today, but in 1899, that was far from the case. You see, right after the Spanish-American War, the U.S. had defeated Spain and took their Pacific and Caribbean colonies for themselves. This would include Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. Now, all these places were lifted from one problem and fell right into another. But we're going to mainly focus on the Philippines, okay? So stay with me. Now, the leader of the Philippines at the time, his name was Emilio Aguinaldo. He was the commanding general of the Philippine Revolutionary Army who was fighting against Spain. Spain even exiled him out of the Philippines to China because he was so good at surprising them every chance he got. But once Spain was gone and defeated, and Aguinaldo came back, the Filipinos were like, well, it looks like we're free now. So, Emilio, you the president. But look, the U.S. was still hanging around, chilling on the block. The U.S. was like, hey, but we beat up Spain for y'all. That was cool, right? Philippines was like, yeah, sure, but why are y'all still here? That was a while ago. U.S. was like, oh, we kind of claim this spot now. Philippines is like, what? Yeah, we kind of bought it from Spain for 20 mil. Oh man, we didn't tell y'all that? Filipinos are like, no, we thought you punched them in the face, so they left. Nah. Oh, and Emilio, you're not president. Your president is McKinley. So the Philippines declared war on the United States. Now, this is a very real war that happened called the Philippine-American War. And unfortunately, it was a war that the Philippines just wasn't ready for. The U.S. troops came through deep and had better weapons. Filipinos did their best, but they were no match against the U.S. when it came to fighting straight up. So their best strategy was what's called guerrilla warfare. It's a style of fighting where you hide or sneak up on your enemies and ambush them. Now, this style of fighting was commonly used in places with dense jungles, especially when those jungles are your home turf. Now, all that did was make the U.S. troops paranoid and frustrated to the point they started destroying villages and resources to flush out the Filipino soldiers. They even rounded up a bunch of Filipinos and put them in concentration camps. Bottom line is, a lot of terrible things happened, and as many as 200,000 civilians were killed. Some historians even say the numbers are way higher than that. Eventually, in 1901, Emilio Aguinaldo couldn't take seeing any more Filipinos be killed and surrendered to the U.S. His title of president was stripped, and by 1902, the war officially ended. The United States invented a new term called an unincorporated territory. Because, well, they didn't know what else to call these places. I mean, they couldn't call them colonies because that would make them look like colonizers. And they couldn't make them states because that would give them the right to vote within the American government. And we wouldn't want that, now would we?